Jag minns ju den tid du gav mig life billar yo. Nu vill jag kunna ge tillbaka allt jag inte kunna ge förut. Det finns ju ingen annan där som kan stå här by my side, oh why. Sättet du rör på det får mig att dö för dig baby. För de här yardis, de vill ju bara dra ner oss. Men du är fett och vanlig. Och det jag lägger all min tid och jag vill ha dig. Du får mig känna safety. Det kan nog leda baby. Och jag kommer aldrig ändra mig. Aldrig. Kommer aldrig känna så här för någon annan än det. Aldrig. Kommer aldrig känna så här för någon annan än det. Varje gång jag bak på det, jag tänker vilket kap jag har gjort. Jag skulle gå tillbaks i tid, göra om allt igen och förstå.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time tuning in, then hey girl, how you doing? I'm Claudia. I do videos on beauty, fashion and lifestyle vlogs, so if you're into any of that, you're definitely at the right place. I really hope that you do decide on staying, subscribing and becoming part of the family. And if you are a returnee, a subby honey, then thank you so much for stopping back by. So as you can tell by the title, today we are doing a wig installation. I'll have the details of the hair in the description box. It is a 2-in-1 wig review where part 1 of the video will be the wig preparation, as I really wanted to show you guys what the wig looked like when I received it and what I did to prepare it for the installation. And then part 2 will be the actual installation, where I show you guys what products I used to install the wig and how I try to make it look seamless and blend in to my scalp kind of naturally. So you don't necessarily have to watch both parts. You can check out my description box for the timestamps if you are solely here for the installation. But other than that, do keep on watching and I hope you guys enjoy. The hair that we will be reviewing is originally from Ishowbeauty, which you can find on AliExpress. I'll have the link to the store in the description box. The hair came in the satin bag, which is perfect for storage. Inside I got a thank you card, which included a discount code on my next order or purchase rather. And then I also got 2 wig caps, which you know this always comes in clutch. They always come handy. And then the actual hair. Now the hair is a 12-inch straight bob wig and it has blonde highlights. It is a 13 by 6 by 1 lace frontal, and I'm going to show you guys what that looks like in a second, but this is basically what the hair came looking like. I actually love the blonde highlights mixed with the brown. This is a perfect wig for any season. I felt like autumn and winter would also be perfect to rock this wig, and then spring and summer also gives like a pop of color. And this is what the middle part looked like. This is the only part you will see in the wig, and you guys, the knots were so huge. I was quite disappointed, I won't lie. It also claimed that the hair comes pre-plugged, but there was absolutely no plugging that took place here at all. I feel like, I don't know, you guys will tell me if I'm the only one that sees that, but I felt like there was just no plugging. The hairline was just so unrealistic. It was just so straight and awkward. On the inside of the wig cap, you get 4 wig combs to secure the wig, and then an adjustable strap to tighten it even further. Thought that I'll be able to save this wig and make something of it. I went ahead and I used my Care Blonde Highlight Kit, and I decided to bleach the knots of this wig. And I went ahead and I watched some YouTube whilst I had the bleach on the lace, and a lot just recommended not to do this at all because it is just a waste of time and products. Even though I had the bleach on for like 20 to 25 minutes, nothing caught on that bleach. So yeah, I rinsed off the hair with my Tresemme conditioner, and then I also went ahead and I tried out this shampoo, which I found on Google was an alternative for purple shampoo, but actually it was silver shampoo, and it actually ended up dyeing some of the blonde hair. I felt like at this point I was just supposed to give up, but I did spend my own coins on it, so I thought, what should I do next? let's see if I can like save this and make something of this wig. And do you guys also see how frizzed and stiff the hair is? I was just like, what else could go wrong at this point? So I went ahead and I used some of my mixed conditioner and water solution, and I sprayed that to the hairline to try and make the plugging process smoother. And you guys, I used my tweezers and I just plugged one hair and it left a bald spot. So I decided to try and plug a few hairs from the knot because each knot had like a bunch of hair in it. So I decided to just get a few of the hair out, just so I can be at ease a little bit, okay, even though that didn't do any much of a difference. And then I went ahead and I decided to do the middle part. This is the only lace part that you will be seeing on this wig. So I decided to do my method that I use on my synthetic wigs, which is section, swirl and pull. So what I did is take a section of the hair, swirl it around my finger and then just pull it out. I literally just did that because it was just so much. Some of the lace ripped, but at this point I was like, there's no other way. There was just no other way of saving this wig, and it actually worked. It widened the part much better than what the tweezers did, and I liked it, even though the part was not straight at all. But you guys, this was the best that I could do, okay? So then I went ahead and I used my Care Daily Repair hot oil, and I just applied a few pumps to my hair and then massaged that through a section of the hair, brushed that through. Then I used my flat iron and I had it on high heat, on 230, which is the highest heat, and I straightened the hair. And you guys, after all that I went through, there was, after all, some light after the tunnel. It's a lot of afters, but yeah, I went ahead and I straightened all the hair. I did the sections really thin and really small because I wanted to get it this flowy, this soft. I got so excited after seeing how freely the hair moved. So I repeated the steps until I reached the top of the hair. I went ahead and I used my Max Melting Stick. I applied that to the part. This helps to lay flat all the flyaways. And I used my hot comb. You guys know what a hot comb does. It does the job, okay? It flattened that hair nicely. I was so happy. You guys see the difference? It was bulky, and the side that I used the hot comb on was nicely flattened. I also went ahead and I did the perimeter of the front of the hair. That is how I got the hair nice and flat. I was also really happy that the hair caught on a little bit from that silver shampoo. Then I went ahead and I used my contour powder with a very precise brush, and I applied that to the middle part. I didn't want it to be too bright, so I decided to use the contour powder instead of my foundation. And I was initially gonna cut off the uneven ends, but I decided to do that some other time, and I just used my flat iron to curl that ends in. And it was so beautiful and bouncy, and it had that beautiful glow and radiance to it with the touch of silver. And yeah, you guys, the hair turned out looking so good, okay? Even though it took quite some energy and some time, there was light at the end of the tunnel. Now that we are done prepping the wig, let's go ahead and install it and see how she looks on me. I'm going to be using one of the wig caps that came along in the pack, and then all the other products that I'll be using today is going to be my Gotta Be Glued Blasting Frizz Spray and the water resistant spiking glue. I'll also use my scissors and an edge band or an elastic band to lay down the lace. Now I do see people use the ultra glued styling gel, which is also from Gotta Be Glued, the black top, and I've tried that out before. It works exactly the same. It does have a much stronger hold, and it doesn't leave any white casting. So I feel like you can also use that if you don't have the water resistant one. And all I'm doing right now is applying the glue to the perimeter of my hair, making sure I lay down my edges and get them out of the way. And whilst I wait for it to get tacky, I'm just going to use my contour powder and tint my lace just a little bit. It is a teapot wig, so it's not going to be a lot of lace that you'll see, literally just the middle part. And when I have my glue tacky, I'm going to go ahead and spray my blasting freeze spray right onto that glue and wait for that to get tacky together before I pop on my wig. Now you can go up to 2-3 layers if you want a much longer hold, but I am literally just going to rock it for the day, so I just did 1 layer. You can also use your hair dryer to speed up the process, but I used the box literally because I was so lazy just to get out my hair dryer. So yeah, then I went ahead and I pulled the lace, the wig up to where I wanted it to be. I took some of the hair out of the way so it doesn't get glued together, so I can make sure that my lace is exactly where I want it to be. Then I used a little bit of the blasting freeze spray again just to make sure this is going to be secured before I lay down the lace with my edge band. Yeah. Now this is the edge band that I would normally use, but I decided to use this elastic band, the one that you find in your clothes. Apparently this works much better, and trust me you guys, it did. It worked much better. Normally with my old edge band, I'll have it stuck to the lace or to my edges a little bit, but with this, nothing of the sort. I also decided not to do any edges because I wanted to keep this a clean installation. I kind of also wanted people to wonder if it was my actual hair, and also because the density of the hair, I felt like going without edges would just be the way. So now that I've had my edge band on for say a little over 10 minutes, which is more than enough time to actually lay down your lace. It literally takes 3 to 5 minutes, especially if you're going to use a hair dryer, but I used that time to do this no makeup look. And now I'm just using my scissors to cut off the lace, and I'm going in a zigzag motion. So you want to try and mimic your natural hairline so the wig looks more natural. Okay, we're trying to finesse stuff here. Go in a zigzag motion to avoid a unrealistic or like a very straight hairline. And after doing that, after cutting off my lace, I'm gonna go ahead and just spray a little bit of my got to be glue blasting spray on the sides where I felt like lifted a little bit when I cut off the lace. And then I'm just gonna let that dry with my finger on and like use the box to dry it. I'm just lazy to get my hair dryer out. And then after that, I'm gonna use my wet wipes because I ran out of rubbing alcohol, and I'm gonna remove the excess glue on my forehead to avoid buildup, because that's what's gonna happen if you have some glue or gel on your forehead and then you go ahead and use your contour powder or whatsoever powder. That is gonna build up and it's gonna look like an extra layer of skin, which makes the entire thing look crusty. So yeah, went ahead and I used my bigger contour brush to apply my contour powder on my forehead, moving it up to the lace so it can appear seamless and blend with my actual skin tone. So as you guys saw, I actually had the hair curled inwards, but when I used my paddle brush to comb that out, it kind of flicked up and gave me this 90s vibe, which I was digging. So I went for the 90s look, which we used to call it a flick up hair look. I don't know what it's called. I went with that look and it looked so good, you guys. I loved how it turned out, and this is the final look that I ended up with. It did take quite a bit of effort getting to this point, but in the end it was all worth it. The low density ended up working in my favor because it gave me natural hair that was freshly done, like freshly relaxed or freshly silk pressed with added highlights, and I really liked that look. Do let me know what your thoughts are on the hair and of the final look. Also let me know if this video was in any way helpful at all. I would love to interact with you guys in the comment section. Don't forget to check out my description box for the direct link to Ishowhair's website, as well as the link to this hair. I've watched a lot of influencers reviewing their products and they had nothing but good reviews, so the chances of you getting good hair is very high. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did, subscribe if you haven't already, as well as hitting that notification bar right next to it so you can always be notified once I do upload a new video. Also share with your friends and your girlfriends so we can grow together. Thank you so much once more for watching. Do stay safe, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.